So, 3-2 lads, 3-2. Finish. Well done.
Welcome back, fellow Blues and all football fans. Kindly subscribe if you're new here. Chelsea have a big boost ahead of the Arsenal game on Saturday with the return of training for a couple of key players. There have been some concerns over a few players ahead of the big London derby this weekend, but it is encouraging to see some of them back in training. Nicholas Jackson had a small operation on his wrist and missed international duty to stay at Chelsea, but he was out in full training today. And as it stands, here is your list of who is likely to start against Arsenal and those to miss the London derby. Romeo Lavia. Lavia is still to make his debut for Chelsea after joining from Southampton in a deal worth £58 million, having arrived lacking much fitness and then suffering an ankle injury in training. While the midfielder has not suffered a setback as such, and a possible first match in Chelsea colours could happen in November, the club wants to be careful with the youngster. As such, Lavia may not be risked until early December and ahead of the club's busy festive schedule. He no longer has to wear a protective boot, and before the October international break began rehab work in the pool. Potential return date is early December 2023. Cole Palmer. Palmer has impressed since joining from Manchester City on deadline day, notching his first goal for the club in a final game before the international break. The youngster shook off a hamstring concern to start English under-21's 9-1 win over Serbia last week, but was forced off at halftime. But with Palmer now seriously training with the boys and looking fit, he will be ready for the derby. Potential return date is Saturday, 21st October 2023 versus Arsenal. Amado Broja. Chelsea have been hit with a fresh injury concern over Broja after the striker was also forced to withdraw with international debut. Albanian coach Silvino said, "As for Broja, I have to give bad news. He was with the team for only 2 days. After consulting with our doctors and Chelsea's, he can't make it. He won't be ready for tomorrow. We have other players to evaluate." Broja has hit the ground running after coming back into the team after more than 9 months on the sidelines with a serious knee injury, so any fresh injury doubts will be a huge concern for Mauricio Pochettino. Reece James. Finally, it seems that Chelsea club captain Reece James will be available for selection again after more hamstring trouble. A once-game Football Association suspension for confronting an official in the tunnel after the defeat by Aston Villa ruled him out of making a comeback against Burnley, but there is hope that the England international will feature after the break. Potential return date is Saturday, 21st October 2023 versus Arsenal. Axel Disasi. Disasi was added to the France squad along with Malo Gusto as replacement for Jules Koundé and Upamecano, but withdrew just hours later. He will no doubt now be asserted by the Blues medical staff, though it seems unlikely that he will be fit to play against title contenders Arsenal in a huge London derby straight after the break. Potential return date is November 2023. Mykhailo Mudryk. Mudryk allayed fears of an injury by making a late cameo off the bench in the 4-1 comeback win at Burnley before the international break, but needed treatment during Ukraine's 2-0 win over North Macedonia last week before being substituted. More clarity over his fitness is expected soon with Ukraine back in action on Tuesday. Potential return date is on Saturday, 21st October 2023 versus Arsenal. Benoit Badiashile. The French defender is yet to kick a ball in anger so far this time after a hamstring problem sustained during preseason. Badiashile, however, is now finally back in training after 1 or 2 setbacks and could return to first-team action soon. Potential return date is Saturday, 28th October 2023 versus Brentford. Ben Chilwell. Vice-captain Chilwell suffered a hamstring injury late on in the Carabao Cup third round win against Brighton and is not expected back until December at least. It is the third such issue suffered by the England left back in less than a year, causing concern at Chelsea. Potential return date is December 2023. Christopher Nkunku, the big summer signing, required knee surgery after a collision during preseason friendly against Borussia Dortmund in the United States. Not yet back in team training, a return this year feels increasingly unlikely. However, Nkunku has posted positive videos on social media of him stepping up his workload and rehabilitation behind the scenes. Potential return date is in January 2024. Wesley Fofana. The luckless French defender faces a battle to play against this time following an ACL injury suffered during preseason. Potential return date is in the summer of 2024. Thank you for watching Chelsea Online. Don't forget to subscribe to keep updated.